podcast. This evening's guest is the grandad of the Colts Athletic, Gaz Morgan. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate, yeah.
Well, enjoy that, man.
Aye.
I put that on the page, I wrote the grandad of the Colts Athletic.
Cheeky bastard.
So, Gaz Morgan, I mean, I can't believe you're 51. I thought you were older.
You cheeky bastard. You should wait till Monday.
So, just go through about how you grew up, mate. Originally, for Coatbridge, you moved to Airdrie when you were 4.
Aye, yeah.
Then you moved back to Coatbridge. Did you miss it that much?
Aye. My one day, I stayed in Old Monkland, and then they moved to a big fancy house at the end of Carlisle Road, next to the old football parks. And then my mum and dad they split up and we moved up to Clarkson and Airdrie. And then I moved out when I was 18, down to my now wife's parents was when I was 18.
Big question is, for Bayside, and all the big rivals, would you prefer Airdrie or Coatbridge?
Coatbridge.
That's right. Good answer, mate, good answer. So, how did you meet the wife then? Obviously, she was your girlfriend at the time, but how did you meet her?
I've known Evelyn all my life.
Right.
I've known her, so my gran and her sister stayed across the road from each other.
Ah, right.
Her older sister, so she would. I would spend all weekend at my gran's, or every weekend at my gran's with my brother and my cousins, and then Evelyn would come down and see her sister. So I've known her since I was about 5.
Right. So obviously you're younger. You're for Coatbridge and Airdrie. Did you play a lot of football when you were younger?
Aye, nothing spectacular. Just the usual. You know, putting your 2 jackets down as a goalpost and just playing 20 aside till like 4 in the morning or something like that, you know.
Well, that's like me, man. I had 7 pair of trackies for every night I was out and just didn't know how to come in.
Aye, the only time you came in was for your dinner.
Aye.
And then once you'd scranned your dinner, you just went back, couldn't get another 3 hour game of football.
If I was in for my dinner, I'd have about 3-4 people in with me getting their dinner, so we didn't have to half time the game. Sure, it was like the days, but wasn't it? Just out in the concrete pavements, diving and all that, slide tackling.
I know.
So when you were younger, did you always, obviously you're a goalkeeper, and did you always want to be a goalkeeper? Were you put in there? Did you just...
No, to be honest, mate, when I grew up as a kid in Carlisle Road, we had the football park right next to us. So me and my brother would go out humming the tune to Match of the Day with a ball under our arm. And he'd be in goals and I'd be in goals. And then when it came to being in school, I was shite. Pretty much shite at actually kicking a ball. So it was the usual one. You lined up against the wall and then you had to pick teams at playtime. And I was the last. Last man to get picked. So last man picked goes in goals. That's how it kind of went for there, to be honest.
Yep. So you played with your school team. When I was talking to you earlier on, you says you hated your Johnny. Who's the reason behind this? He says, right, we're going to have trials, and because I was a wee short ass, he says, we'll have trials, and I was always trying to get into goals. And I can't remember the boy's name, it played in goals for the school team. He was a big, tall boy, so plays this trial game, and to my I always remember on the left-hand side, there was just a puddle, mud, right? And I didn't have any football gear, so I just played my uniform. So, of course, somebody shoots into the left-hand side thinking I'm not going to dive for it, but being a dafty, I dive into it, man. I came out like Al Jolson, so I did. Brilliant.
My mum was fucking raging.
Oh, man. Full new uniform needed, probably.
Aye, I got a leather. So I done that. I played really well. Played better than another goalkeeper, and the Johnny's like, nah, you're too small.
I spoke about that last week, and I think in these days, if you were too wee, you would never make it in football.
No.
I mean, you look at all the professionals now who are, and they go, why? It says, club released me, I was too wee. And I think it's changed now, but in these days, it was a big thing. If you were too wee, you just weren't going to make it.
I don't get it, because if you go back to Jinky Johnson, you go back to Gordon Strachan, all these other kind of players. You know, Neil Lennon for that as well. He's not exactly.
There's some great things. So you then, you started playing sevens with your nephews.
Aye.
And I know obviously there's a bit of a sad side about this that we're
on the cover, so they committed suicide.
Aye.
That must have been a tough time.
It was, mate. I was his best man at his wedding. My wife was one of the bridesmaids as well. We were really, really close, and he stayed with us for a wee while as well. But the reason I brought that up was you're seeing a lot of podcasting now about mental health. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to throw that in as well into this podcast and see if we can take that forward. He was 32, 33 when he took his own life. Just demons in his head, was unable to talk to people. And my message to anybody out there who's got demons or whatever, and I've got a few friends that get mental health issues, is just go and talk to somebody. I know it's easy for me to say and it's pretty hard for me to do, but just
for me, I totally understand. I went through the similar thing and was probably about 5 seconds away from doing it, and it's just something hit my mind and it just went, I need to go and talk, you need to speak about it, and it's a thing. When I read it and I thought, right, great, we can have a wee discussion. Because I like, but every week we've got a wee thing people talk about, whether it's mental health, and I like putting that wee bit in it, and I think this one's really important where you basically just need to go and speak to somebody. I know it's hard, I know you can't, I know people go, I'll not just pick a phone up and go, oh, I need to speak. But you can, nobody's got to turn around and laugh at you, nobody's going to, it's alright for people not to be alright, do you know what I mean? Everybody has their demons, as you say.
Yeah. I mean, I've got another mate who suffers quite badly from depression, and he was going through a real tough time not that long ago, actually. And I says to him, I says, John, just drop me a text, a blank text. Don't even put anything in it, just a blank text, and then that way I'll know you're needing me to phone you. And he done that once or twice, which I was grateful for, because you're looking at lockdown as well. Lockdown's putting more pressure on people's mental well-being. And stuff like that as well. So it is just a case of just pick the phone up. I'm not a professional at talking.
No,
I can be professional at talking, but you know what I mean.
That blank text is probably actually a really good idea. I've never actually thought of that one. The other thing I recommend to people is obviously speaking, but the other thing I always say is exercise. Go and again, like we're speaking about it there. I think for the last week and a half, I was drinking every night. It was falling back a wee bit. Woke up and I thought, right, I'm going to stop it. I've been cycling, walking every day, and I'm feeling great again. Do you know what I mean? It motivates you.
It does, mate. I don't know what it does inside your mind, but there's serotonins or whatever it is. Excuse me. But it does. You go a run, you go a walk, you go a cycle. It doesn't have to be any strenuous. Just get out and about.
Definitely.
Aye, but if there's them do it there in the team or anybody else that's listening to this, and they're struggling, we're all guys. And some people put up this big front that we can't talk, we can't greet. Well, we can talk and we can greet. We've all done it.
I think for this special one, I'll find a website where people go to Samaritans or something where you can go and speak to as well. I think I'll attach it to this link because I think it's a very, very good point.
That'll be cracking, yeah.
And I think in Scotland, it's the highest death rate for males, I think.
Yeah.
I seen that the other day when I was looking at something. So I'll definitely attach a wee link for Samaritans and on this one, because I think that's a very good subject to go over.
Aye, yeah. When you go, mate, sorry.
No, on you go, pal.
No, I was just going to say, like, if somebody is struggling, and like the empty text, the blank text, or I don't know, some other kind of sign that if they're close to somebody in the team, they're close to somebody in their life, have a code word.
Definitely, it's definitely a great thing. I hadn't even actually thought of that one. Do you know that? I've always said to people, you need to speak, but as I say, people will want to pick it. But that blank text is actually a really clever thing. Actually, I like that one. Cool. So, move on to happier times. You played with various work teams after that. How was that? Was it these sevens again? Were you?
So I never, as a kind of teenager, and at the very start of my 20s, I wasn't really looking for football teams, to be honest. And then, I don't know, it must have been, I can't remember the dates that I sent you, but early mid-90s.
1992 to 98.
Aye, so 92, 98, but then I was working in the railway at that particular time, or was it What Everyone Wants? Can't remember.
You said the two of them, you said Everyone Wants, or What Everyone Wants, and then the railway.
Aye, played with a couple, just the mates, getting a team of 11s together, and then playing with that, and then suddenly I found myself playing with Chapel Hall Thistle.
Was that as goalkeeper again?
I've only ever played as a goalkeeper, mate.
with Chapel Thistle, who were in the Lanarkshire League at the time.
Yep.
We were second division at that particular time.
Right.
I think we did get promoted one year.
Mm-hmm. You had a few good cup runs with that team, didn't you?
Aye, we go to the semi-quarters of the semis of the West of Scotland Cup. We got quite a bit of way into the Scottish Cup as well, but obviously we'd come up against far greater teams and they just slaughtered us and stuff like that. So. Yeah, but it was a good time because the boys were good. The boys we trained. Actually, that was probably the first team other than the Colts we actually had a training session.
Brilliant. So you joined the police in 1996, and I love this, but and you're playing games against Barlinnie. That must have been fun, man.
So I was still playing with Chapel Thistle at the time, and I just joined the job. And the Barrel prisoners had a team, and for some reason they get put into the Lanarkshire League, and I was like, tell me they don't get any away games, it's just all home games, right? Like, Jesus. So we get into my first time ever in the Barrel was a football, and he was a cop. So I get into the Barrel and you pick your phones away. I think I had a phone at that time. Got your stuff away and all that, and then you're marched through into the pitch. And to be honest, see the prisoners, because it was a privilege to them to play football. They were very respectful. There was no dirty challenges or anything like that. The only thing I did say to my teammates was, don't tell any fucker that I'm the police. That's just because somebody will just come in 2-foot right into my chest.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, did you play against anybody that you'd noticed that you'd maybe put away?
No, I was fortunate enough that I didn't. I remember one of the boys that played with it later on in another team. Wee John Adams, he was on Celtic's books. A really good player, but a really broad boy. So he would always push people off the ball. He was a brick shit house. He always played up the wing, so any day was a 50-50. Just give him the shoulder and then punt people. I mean, I've seen him punting them like 5 yards out the park. So he comes up against this boy one day, and he rams into him. And me, John, bounces 5 yards the other way. He's like, fuck, his boy comes there and picks him up. He's like, sorry about that, mate. He's like, well, you're a cop, aren't you? John's like, aye. He says, I am just out the jail. So he'd been pumped in Ireland and all that sort of boy. So that was the only time that I'd ever kind of heard of seeing him.
I think it's ironic that you played in Barlinnie, because I remember when you first came to the Colts, but we'll go into later on, everybody was calling you the monk, mind?
That's right, aye.
They're not calling you the monk for mean machine.
I'll take that rather than Grandad.
So apart from obviously you're saying you're playing, are you any stories, like, apart from you've just told the one you've just told, any stories that you can tell us, funny ones that you wouldn't maybe expect?
For the Barrel?
Aye.
Or just for that league? No, really, mate. It was actually quite a professional league, and the way the team was run was quite good. Yeah, I was just fearful that somebody would drop in that I was in the job and get fucking serious.
So Chapel Hall Thistle ended up merging with Airdrie Victoria, and you became Chapel Hall Vics.
Aye, that's right.
How did it go for it?
I don't know how that came about. I don't know if the league was kind of what's the word? Rearranging itself, or our two management just came together and says, why don't we just try and get the one team and try and take the best out of the two teams? It seemed all right at the time. We had a Christmas night out with the two teams and stuff like that at the end of the season, and everybody was getting to know each other. And then, as soon as it was kind of signed, sealed, and delivered, the management from the Chapel Hall Thistle side get ousted, almost like a hostile takeover. I get kept on, but they had another goalkeeper. His name was John. He was a gas fitter. He was a really good goalkeeper. Him and I were probably roughly about the same kind of level as each other. So it was going to be difficult to fight for that shirt, that jersey, because he was already in the Vics. So they decided with him, took him on. I was on the bench for about majority of that season, and then I thought, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'll just chuck it.
So As you say, you never played a whole lot after that, and it go hang me. So between that, you were playing on and off with the police. How did you find it? When you played with police, was there a difference? Because I know you played with a few good players, didn't you?
Oh, aye. So when I tried to do it for the divisional team, and they had some ex senior goalkeepers and such like that joining the Police, and trying to get in front of them was a no-no. I mean, I never came from any great level at all. I was just daft. That's the only thing. The monk, screaming and shouting at folk.
For him that it's watching, he doesn't fly kick people and all that. He's actual calm. He's not actual like the monk.
I try to fly kick somebody, would probably dislocate my hat with my age. So try to get in front of them was really difficult. And the only time I really got a game with the divisional team was when the other keepers couldn't make it, and I understood that. And I never took the nip at that at all. I knew my place. If you get my drift, I was quite happy just to fill in as and when.
So there you go. Sorry.
No, that was it, mate.
So obviously you're saying you played with some big players. Did you learn a lot from them? Could you see the difference of how good they were?
100%, mate. Aye. So like Huddersfield players were ex-senior or ex-top junior teams, and you could see the difference. I mean, some of them might have not had the pace, but they could read the game. Like they were 2 or 3 steps ahead of even before the ball was even punted, before even left their foot or somebody else's foot. Aye, the level was top notch at that particular time, and I felt like a bit of a fraud, if I'm being honest, because I wasn't up to their level. I think the only reason we done all right was because of the defence was that good. Not because of seniors or good junior teams that they played with, and I was really protected. When I played with the over 35s, which was later on, but probably about 5 seasons ago, I played with him. My very first game, Big Alan McManus, who played with Hearts. I think he's now the pro youth coach at St Mirren. He was in the Polish for a short period of time, and then they get scouted by St Mirren. He was playing at the back with me, and I remember one game. It was funny. The ball gets shelled over the top, and by this point, Alan's underneath it, so it goes over the top of him, but he just spins on his heels, and he's running back towards me with the ball, but he's got 2 attackers on him. So I'm screaming at him, just give us a touch, and I'll just clear it. So I don't know. I blinked, and he'd done a Cruyff turn between the 2 attackers, right, and then took it up to the halfway line. By the time the 2 attackers had realised they'd taken 3 steps towards me, and the 3 is just fucking burst out laughing to each other. We just burst out laughing, saying, "What the fuck just happened there?" So it was that kind of level of stuff, you know what I mean? He was just, he was amazing.
Like you're saying, you can tell. I used to work in Celtic Park, and we used to play against like the young reserve boys Feathers. It was a lot of the maintenance team, and my first game, and I used to be like that when I was younger, right? So my first game turned up like, "Right, big man, you're playing right mid." I'm like, superb. And I went, "Who am I playing it?" He's like, "Stevie Fulton." I was like, "Oh no!" And this is when he had just retired, and I thought, "Nah, that should be easy. He'll be knackered. He's a bit hungry." Never did a shift like that in my life. I've played against 2 professional players. One still plays around, so I'm not going to say. But Stevie Fulton, it'd be next to you, right? And the ball would be all the other end of the park, and you'd turn around and he'd be halfway down the park. You're like, "Oh my God, man, that was a shift." I had any subs? We get any subs? I was done, honestly. I was not got any. I was like, "Oh no," I was done. I was. Safe to say I avoided them after the game.
I would avoid them during the game, I know.
I think it was quite obvious that I was doing that. People thought I was. I wasn't even near them. So, moving on to your next team, you joined Motherwell Bridge. Worked for 1998 to 2002, 3 season. How did that come round? How did that happen?
So, again, one of the boys that played with in the divisional team, Dougie Denham, he was playing Saturday football with the Bridgeworks.
Yep.
And he'd seen me at divisional games and stuff like that, and he says, "Do you fancy coming along?" I was like, aye, get a go. So off we go. Boys were brand new. Him and his brother they didn't run it. It was a guy, Beattie Telfer, Telfer Beattie. Telfer Beattie, I think his name was a manager, cracking manager. And he brought in, there was a guy named was Wally, but I can't remember his second name. He used to coach Airdrie goalkeepers.
Right.
Coach for Airdrieonians, for the goalkeeper side of things. Which brought me on immensely, just with my techniques. He was, I remember, don't know if you remember it yourself, maybe, but keepers we could do early all the time, way back in the kind of late 90s, early 2000s. Way back then, he was saying, stay big, come out and stay big, make yourself big, which is really difficult for me because I'm like a fucking side of a pound note at times. But it would just spread yourself, come out, don't go early, all that sort of stuff. So I learned a lot from him.
Yep.
He recognised in me that I had trouble diving to my right. My right hand side was my weak side. And he just worked on that, which helped me in going forward for in the future. So that was a really good setup. Excuse me. And then we ended up in the Hannigan Trophy, which was basically a divisional cup against Townhead. So the kind of bridge work played. It was the kind of Lanarkshire. And we played against Townhead. Townhead were our kind of main rivals. I remember I had to play out one time because we didn't. I can't remember why I had to play out. One of our players was injured and he says, "Look, I'll need to play you outside." We'll put him in goals. That was a fucking disaster because honestly I couldn't kick mine arse. You've probably seen that when I've been playing with the Colts. Just couldn't. No, I'll say it for you and for everybody else. I couldn't kick my ass, mate. And I think we get beat 8-1. That was the biggest doing we'd taken in that league. They picked us to the post for the league title, but we got a wee bit of revenge when it came to going into the Hannigan Trophy, and we pumped them 4-1. They took the lead within about the first 20 minutes, and then one of the boys was through on goal and their defender came in and chopped him, so we got a penalty. Big Danny Adams stood up, who was now a gaffer on the job as well, and slotted that one away. And then about 5 minutes after that, they came up to us, and I had pulled off a double save to keep us in the game, and then it was like half time, and then second half we just destroyed them. I don't know what it was, we just took them over.
So see, look, going back when you've got the old Airdrie, but see if you had somebody like that when you were younger, guys, think you could have made it? Well, he's obviously spotted a weakness, do you know what I mean? Like, say, for example, your teacher might not spot these kind of things. See, with a proper goalkeeping coach, do you think you could have went further?
I don't. It's a really difficult one, mate. I've
seen you playing at your age now with Colts, and I had that free kick into training. Remember the one you flicked it for the top corner? I'm standing going, she saved that, man. So I've seen all the players. I've seen how good a keeper. I mean, you're 51 and you're still helping out sometimes with Colts. So I've seen, and that's why I wonder if you had a coach when you were younger. I think you could have went further. Me personally.
Possibly, mate. I don't know, maybe senior level, but maybe at junior level or something like that, I might have been able to do it. The thing I always down myself on is my height, but then I look back at Andy Gorham, who was probably the best goalkeeper Scotland's ever had, and at that time probably Britain had, him and Schmeichel at the time. And he wasn't big. He was probably, I don't know, I'm about 5'8", 5'9". He was maybe 5'10" at that. So, it's a hard one to say, but I don't know if it was senior, it would be the lower league senior level. But possibly junior, but they never happened.
So you then left Munro Bridge. Was that?
I had keepers will tell you this. You go through periods where nothing goes right for you.
Yep.
And I don't know what it was, where it's a lack of confidence. And keepers are confidence players, and I'm certainly one of them as well. Albeit I learned the older I got, the less it bothered me about my confidence. I just knew I could do it because I had that experience behind me because I'd been through it before.
Yep. And
I would draw on that to say, right, I've had a bad game, but I can put that to the side. Whereas back then, I dwelled on the bad games that I had or the bad goal that I let in. And that would dwell and that would affect my next game or even affect me during that game and then go into the following week, which would then just snowball. And I think that was part of the trouble, or my trouble at that time. I was having 2 or 3 bad games.
Right.
we had another goalkeeper sitting on the bench as well. In fairness to the manager, he's no, I've seen you, I know what you can do, you're just going through a bad period, we'll stick with you, which I was grateful for, but I felt a wee bit sorry for the other keeper. And then I just had a howler one game. It was an absolute howler. Nothing was going right for me. I couldn't catch it. I was going down in episodes when I was diving. It was taking like 2 weeks to dive, and boys were rolling underneath me. And, it was a horrendous game. I think we got gubbed 4-1 or something. And I was like, I wasn't enjoying the game at that point either, you know.
See, as a goalkeeper, is confidence a big thing?
For me, I would say probably a lot of keepers. You'll see as the famous ones is always the big save that you make, and then you do a barrel roll, come up, and you start screaming at your teammates, "What the fuck? Come on, fuck!" You've just pulled off a world, like, right?
Yeah.
That's the adrenaline, but that gives you masses and masses of confidence. But if you let one under you, for instance, you get down and it takes you half an hour to get down for the ball, and it rolls under you. The next time you're one-on-one with somebody, or somebody's one-on-one with you, or you're going to come out and try and take the ball out the air, your confidence, certainly mine, would be low at that time, and I'd probably not come out for balls that I should come out for. I need one good save in a game.
Aye, that gives you the wee. So when you were younger and used to let it affect you, were you like a Lee Black? Would you go on an absolute rager?
Aye, I would, and that's why I like Lee. That's why I like his fire, because I see a lot of him and me at probably at an earlier age than where he is now, the old bastard.
Same here as well.
I do.
Same here as well.
That's so, yeah. Like, just call me father. True. Unlike grandfather. But I would go home, or I'd be fucking dealing with myself, or start punching or kicking the goalposts and shit like that, and looking to, I don't know, take somebody out. Is another one that you'd always look to do.
So it's definitely like Lee, isn't it? So you just stopped playing for a wee while after that, didn't you? And it was
I kind of, what age was it then? Was that 2003? So
2003.
So I was in my 30s then, and I kind of was probably I just kind of fell out with the game, and in my 30s I was like, I can't be fucking arsed with it anymore. The boys were here, my 2 kids were here as well at that point as well, so with a lot to do with them and stuff like that, and I was just playing downs games or just playing sevens, keep my hand in every now and then, you know. So
for the 3rd week in a row running, you joined a church league.
Aye, that's right. Aye.
3 weeks in a row, they've told me they're playing a church league. I think it's becoming. I think I'll go to the church league and go to get the players. I want to do a podcast. Seems to be becoming a routine now, basically.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? You played with Auchenfoyle FC for 2007 to 2008.
Aye. So I chucked Bridgeworks at that point, and I'd moved on, and I'd moved into a different department in the police.
Right.
And they were saying, "Oh, we're going to get a game between this section of our department and that section of the department. But we're needing a goalkeeper." And I was like, I play in goals, but I was always the clown idiot, the class idiot in the work, and in life in general. And they all just thought I was just a fucking idiot. And they're like, "I'm not going to put you in between the goals. Man, you're just saying it just to be an arsehole." I'm like, "No, I can fucking play football, you dicks. Give me a fucking..." And I brought in my own gloves, and I was like, look fucking...
You're not supposed to direct and just buy them.
I can play football, you fucking banger. So finally they're like, right, okay, fucking let them get goals, but if you make an arse at that, that's who you're getting fucked out. So during the game, not much happened. It was in Tory Glen, inside park in Tory Glen. Fuck me, man, I needed a pair of binoculars to see the other goalkeeper. Look, there's no, like, you've probably seen my kick. My kicking's really, really poor, and always has been, even in my younger days. Yeah. I struggled to kick it out 18-yard box. It was that fucking big. So the ball breaks down the wing, down my left-hand side. The ball gets crossed over. So as a goalkeeper, you're obviously following the ball, so that goes to my right. The boy headers it back across, but I'm already going off to my right, but somehow in mid-air, I've managed to pull myself off to the left and tip this ball over the bar. Well, fuck me, you thought everybody was like, who the fuck is he? Because I'd been the fucking idiot about 2 minutes. Because in the changing room, I was scaring everybody in the arse and fucking pulling their shorts down and all that. Just a fucking clown. So they're like, fucking hell, this boy can actually play. So after the game, I was playing with Brendan Dockery. He's like, listen, I used to play in the Churches League, but I'm going to go back to the old team, Auchenfoyle. Do you fancy coming along? See, along with me? I was like, aye, well, let's go then. Fucking, and that was it, mate. That's how it kind of started. Went in there and played. Brendan only stayed there for a season.
Yep.
I don't know what was. I don't know, because maybe Brendan wasn't getting a regular game or whatever, but he just decided to move on and go to another team that he used to play with, and he's like, do you fancy coming with us?
So see, with that, 4 or 5 years out, did you notice a difference in yourself when you came back? Or did you just start right there like that? Did you say you made a great save? Did these kick on right away?
I did. I'll be honest with you, mate, it was almost like I'd never been away.
Yep.
I'd always... This is funny, when I was a kid, I remember being in the bedroom, and you were asking me this earlier, did I always want to be a goalkeeper? And now I'm thinking about it, probably aye, because I remember sitting in my bedroom.
And you're with your hands? Is that what you're going to tell me?
That's right, aye. I was only one in the house with bed sheets that were on hinges.
Sorry,
I fell out my bed and broke my jammies 3 times. I was firing a tennis ball off the opposite wall, and I then started putting things on the wall so that the tennis ball would ricochet. Right. I would just dive up like a daft until my mum was like, "You're going to fucking wrap that up. You're going to come through the ceiling." I lost my train of thought there. When I went back to it, it was like almost I'd never been away. I was slow, don't get me wrong. And reading the game, you were slow, but my reactions were probably just about there.
Superb. So you says the guy that took you to that team then left. He joined St Ninians, and then you joined as well, William.
Aye.
That was a 10-year span at the one team. You don't really hear about that.
What's that, buddy?
You don't hear a lot of that, really. The last few podcasts, it's people jumping, changing every maybe 2 or 3 years, you know. So when I read that, I thought, well, he's 10 years of time to be staying.
I didn't realise it was 10 years until I actually started going through it all. So first year or so we were pretty decent, and then I can't remember who the manager was at the time. I can't remember, but Brendan then took on the role of the manager, and he brought in. He done a cracking job. He brought in some outstanding players. Darren Murray, who used to play with Clyde, he was in the job, or is in the job. But he managed to convince Darren, because Darren was doing his refereeing at that time, to come and play with us. Darren played with Clyde at the time when they won the first division, or got promoted to first division or something like that. What a fucking player he was. Big centre back. Oh, amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Brought him in, brought another boy in, Craig White, who down the left-hand side was like, he's got the pace of Ryan, but he's got a left foot like a fucking exercise missile. Boy could strike a ball like fucking, could score from almost impossible angles. Brought these players in, his nephew in, Danny Clark, again, who's in the job, who scored 63 goals in the one season in all competitions.
Jesus.
Absolutely on fire. His brother-in-law, I think, Danny Kimmins was his brother-in-law. He played in the centre like Pabs. In fact, Pabs and Danny are almost identical to each other in the way they play. Can come back and play into the defence role, or can go forward. Can hold the ball, take the ball, string a pass. Real composure when he's fitting the ball. Somebody can actually play a bit of football in the middle of the park.
So you say your mate became the manager. Was it hard to transition for him being your teammate to the new manager? Did they change much? Obviously, they brought players in, but
no, really, mate. Because no, for me, because I was a goalkeeper.
Right.
We're fortunate or unfortunate that we only had the one goalkeeper, and I could make it all the time. So for me, it wasn't much a difference. Some of the boys who were getting regular games underneath the previous manager, and then Brendan came in and didn't like the look, or didn't not like the looking, but brought better people in their positions. They would have felt it.
Yep.
They would have felt it more than me, but I didn't really. I never really seen him as a mate, as a mate or a manager. I just seen him as, well, I saw him as a mate, mostly a manager. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
So how did you do in that league? Were you successful? Did you?
Yeah, I mean, really successful, mate. And we get the thing that fucking really pisses me off is we get pipped at the post by Christen for the league.
Yep.
And it was the last day of the game. We were on this tremendous run of, I can't remember how many games it was without getting beat, unbeaten games, and then we had a blip where we drew 2 games on the trot when we should have won the games, but we drew them anyway. But we were still in the Athol Cup, which is the divisional cup at that time as well. So we were playing like it was in summertime as well. So you're getting your games have been cancelled for the winter, so you're now having to pick up the cup games and try and pick up the league games that have been postponed over the winter period, plus the standard league games. So you're probably playing two games a week for about 4 or 5 weeks. Probably we were tired.
Yeah.
We drew 2 games, and then Christen in the last game they had to beat. I can't remember who it was. I actually went and watched the game at the Milton in Glasgow. They had to play somebody, and they beat them 3 goals or 2 goals, and they won 3-1. It was fucking amazing. Bastards. So they beat us to the title, but we got a wee bit of revenge on them because it was us and Christen in the final for the Athol Cup. And the Churches League were quite good because I think we were 2nd division at that time.
Right.
Were we? Aye, 2nd division. So the Premiership would play their game, or the lower division would play their final. Then the next division up would play their final, and we would play our final. Then the first division would play their final, and then the Premier would play their final, or at Airdrieonians Park or Shrewsbury or whatever it was called at the time. So that was quite cool. We beat them 2-0. I pulled off a brilliant save at 0 each again, which again boosts your confidence. And my wife was there. My wife, my kids, my dad, my mate, my neighbours, who's my mate. They all came along and took photos and stuff like that. It was the first time I'd actually, well, apart from the Hannigan Cup, first time in ages that we'd actually won anything. So that was quite cool.
Superb. So your mate, the manager, then decided to leave. He was going to go and coach or manage his boys' team or something.
I was coaching the boy.
When he left, did you have an idea about you were going to stay or leave? Did you think about leaving?
No. I thought. I mean, I tried to convince him to stay and that he could do the 2 jobs. But in fairness, that was just selfishness on my behalf. In fairness to him, he wanted to progress his boys. I think his boy was 6 or 7 at the time, so he wanted to progress him one. And his coaching style paid dividends for us, so he thought he could pass on his laddie. I never thought of leaving, mate. No, we just didn't know who was going to take over at that particular time and what was going to happen. As it turned out, the new manager was one of the boys that had been playing with before, and he took it on. And as a result, not as a result of Davy taking over the reins, but as a result of Brendan leaving, all the boys just started wrapping it.
Yep.
And which was and it was the good boys. It was like Darren Murray wrapped it up, Craig White wrapped it, and then the Kimmins and Danny Clark went away, and that was the kind of spine of the team, if you like. You went for centre forward, centre of the park, centre half, and the only one that was left was this daft bastard here.
So things got harder. You were getting relegation after relegation.
Yeah, it went really bad, really quickly, to be honest, when we started losing them. And I remember saying to my wife, I want to play I'm 50. And I think that's the only reason I stayed for that length of time, because I wanted to play I was 50, and by this time I was probably 47, 48 at the time. And my body was telling me to wrap it, but my mind wasn't. My mind was still saying, nah, you're still. And I was still enjoying it. That was the thing. I was enjoying my fitba, despite the fact that we were getting gubbed all the time. And we get beat. I remember getting beat 15-0 in a game, and it wasn't like a cup game. You're playing somebody else's way up. higher level than you. It's on the same level, and I was like, oh, fuck this is fucking not on. I come back and it's like, so I says to Evelyn, I says, I think I'm going to chuck it. And she told us this many times. She says, you've had more farewell gigs and fucking Status Quo. But I stayed with it. I stuck with it until on you go, mate. Son.
No, you go, sorry, go, keep going.
No, I was just going to say until I kind of got the chance to play with the Colts.
So before that, you played with the Police over 35s as well.
Yeah.
How was that then? Obviously, went to over 35s. The game, was there good players? Was there?
That's by far the best standard of football I've ever played in my life.
Aye.
Oh, 100%, mate. I mean, it's seniors. Again, so you're playing with Alan McManus, who played with Hearts, won the Scottish Cup. Brian Slavin, who I don't think Brian. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure if he played at senior level, but he certainly played at a high level with juniors, and he ended up managing Largs juniors for a short period of time. I mean, he was a monster. A guy, Gary McCutcheon, he played with Kelly for a season or two, and then spent the rest of his senior career over Northern Ireland.
Right.
You're talking about, earlier on, you're talking about players that are small.
Yep.
I mean, Gary was smaller than me. He's probably about the height of Ryan. But he's got a build of. He's got maybe the same build as Neil Lennon.
Right.
So he's kind of stocky, but really small. Fuck me, mate. You want to see this boy ping a ball? Holy shit. Funny story was he was warming us up for a game in the British Cup, and no backlift. He's probably about 35 yards out, no backlift off my toe, and hits this screamer straight into my gut. Right, I shit, it nearly took me and the ball into the back of the net. My hands were stinging, but he wind at me. So once I fucking picked myself back up, I was like to him, fuck's sake, guys, no hardies. That's fucking stupid. I'm an old man. Fucking wrap it up.
It's the bang in the streets again, innit? No TBs, no hardies.
Aye, 100%. Thank fuck it wasn't a mitre 5.
So, what kind of games did you play with over 35? Was you in a league? Were you playing cup games?
It was cup games, mate. So they would do it like because we became Police Scotland. We still kept our regional police teams. So we were kind of like Strathclyde, albeit we're called West. And you had the East, which was Lothian Borders. You had Fife, which was obviously Fife, and a lot. So we would play our wee mini league in Scotland, and then whoever progressed from that table would then go and start playing with whoever had progressed from tables like in northwest England, southeast England, and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I was good, mate. It was really good because we had some tremendous players, absolute tremendous players in front of me.
So you then joined the famous Colts Athletic. Now, there's a funny story to how you joined this team.
Aye. So I'll take you back to when I was talking. I said to my wife, I'm going to wrap the football. So sorry about that. That was my missus.
Right.
So I've said to the missus, I'm wrapping football. When I hit 50, I'm wrapping football. I would come home every day as if I'd shat myself. Honestly, my body was just aching. I've got a rotator cuff injury in my left shoulder. I've now got a fucking sore right shoulder, but I don't know how that's came about because I've not played football for ages. My left knee's goosed and my right ankle's goosed. So there's no one back me hanging the right way, right? I'm like a wrecked fucking Lego man. And I'm going to give them the lad to right, where are the football? It's like, guys, I've heard this fucking many times. Just going to do it. So I says to her, right, this is it. I'm wrapping the football this season, end of this season, because I'll hit 50. So I gives him, and I've had so I get a text message from wee John McLeish now. Smudger will know John McLeish.
Yep.
And he says, what are you doing on Sunday? And I'm like, nothing. I've just this is a Saturday, so I've just finished my game of football with St Ninians. And he says, nothing, how is it? He says, you up for a game of football? I'm like, fuck. So I'm looking about the house site to make sure the missus isn't in. Right? Honestly, I'm like Wayne. I'm like Wayne and a scud jotter up in the fucking room. Right? I'm like, aye, all right then. What is it? He says, it's just Tory Glen, 6 o'clock kick-off. I was like, right, no bother. So I'm thinking, 6 o'clock kick-off, so give me 7s. Because I used to play 7-a-sides with B. John, right? So I rocks up, expecting B. John to be there. And I phones him. And I'm like, where are you, mate? And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm here to play 7s. He's like, you're not playing 7s, you're daft bastard. They're playing 11s. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I says, I think it's just a bounce game. He's like, no, it's a league game. I was like, what do you mean a fucking league game? I said, what league is it? The GDS, whatever it's called. I was like, fucking who is it? He says, I'll text you Smudger's number, or Smudger would text me or something like that. So he's like, fucking phone Smudger, so fucking phone Smudger. I was like, mate, where are you? Fucking changing room 6 or whatever it is. And I walks in, and all the boys are all stripped, professional strips and all that, or full strips and all that. I'm like, fuck, I didn't tell anybody. That. I just thought I was here for an hour for a game of 7s.
Brilliant, man, superb. So, can you remember your first game?
Aye, it was on the shitty pitch.
Right.
Real shitty pitch on the other side. I couldn't tell you who it was against, mate, because I'm really terrible for remembering who I'm playing against. I played all right. I played really well. In fact, the team played well. I think we went 1-0 up, and then they equalised. I had a couple of good saves. Thought I was playing pretty well, and then we get beat 2-1. That was just typical the Colts at that time when I came to us, because we would smash teams and then fall away midway at the tail end of the game. Like the last 20 minutes of the game, we would just run out of puff, or just, I don't know. It was just a kind of a thing that we done.
I think back then it was a big fitness thing, wasn't it? It was, as you said, we were just puffing out after 10 minutes.
Aye.
So, after that game, were you asked to sign? Were you asked to play next week?
Aye, so I came. I said thanks very much, troops. I'll catch you later, because obviously I think Bissett had been suspended by this point. I think that's why I get drafted in.
That's right.
That's why I get drafted in. But I didn't know this at the time.
Yep.
So I comes away, and I think it was the Tuesday. Smudger texts me. He's like, mate, really liked the way you played. Really like the cut of your jib, effectively. Do you fancy signing for us? I'm like,
looking about again.
Aye, pretty much. I was at work this time, so I knew she wasn't there. I'm like, fucking hell. I says, I've just told her I'm wrapping it. At the end of this season, I knew I'm going to be playing a Saturday and a Sunday. So I kind of sat on it for about an hour or so, and they're like, aye, you man or a mouse? I was like, fuck it, I'll just say aye, and then I'll get him, and I don't know when I'm going to tell my wife, right? So I'll get him, it's a Tuesday night or something like that, finish work. And I'm sitting where I'm sitting now, and the wife's actually up to my left-hand side at the moment. She's sitting where she is, and I'm like, so Evelyn. But as in, I just started laughing. The way I'm laughing now, she's like, remember that team I played with on Sunday? She's like, you fucking haven't. I was like, I've just signed for them. And she's like, don't come fucking, see if you fucking come back here, fucking moan about your fucking body's this, your body's that, don't come fucking moaning. No sympathy whatsoever. She gave me fucking pelters. I thought you were rapping it, and I thought, I will rap it. No, you will, you're shite. Fucking status quo. Absolute dogs abuse. I felt like Wayne. I've stolen money out my mum's purse or something.
So, obviously, look, we're kind of focused a wee bit more on the Colts than our teams. How did you feel when you first come into the changing room? Were you nervous? Were you shy? I know you're not shy, but you know what I mean? Like, I know you're for early on, you're walking about hitting people in the arse and all that, and you know what I mean? People have got to know you, and it's.
Aye, no, in game one I wasn't doing that.
Right.
Aye, it's like any game you don't know anybody, but again, I was in my late 40s at that point, and you've got all that experience with coming in and out of teams all the time, so you get that kind of, your first day back at school type thing, first day in class, first day in the new football team. So I felt nervous, obviously, but the boys were really welcoming. Pabs, we always jumped about and laughing and joking. Lee, he took to me straight away and like, all right, Fader and all that sort of. And the monk came out I used to get called that in St Ninians as well, so that wasn't kind of strange to me. But it was nice that people started giving me a nickname and stuff like that. So I was made to feel really, really welcome right at the start.
How does the Colts changing room compare to like maybe some of your other teams?
Far tighter.
Aye.
100% far tighter, yeah. So, like I said, Ninians, I've got a lot of pals, I would say pals, but people that I kind of miss for that side of it. But I never actually socialised with them. Whereas these boys in the Colts, you can see it with Pabs, Smudger, Caldo, all these kind of characters, Lee, Big Oaksy, and then you can see it with the kind of new ones coming in, like wee Kyle, wee Josh, wee Reese, all of them coming in, and they've not been ostracised. Big Mick Dunn as well coming in as well. So there's that. It's really, really tight, and I think that comes from not only the boys know it. A lot of the boys know each other anyway for the start up of the club, but I think a lot of that comes from training.
Aye.
I think a lot of that does come from training.
I think I love Stonning before a game in the changing room, and you can tell whether we're going to win or no, because we need that wee buzz. You get them all jumping about, having a laugh, and it's just loud. You can't hear each other because you're that loud. You know what I mean? And I love just coming back sometimes and going, I'm looking forward to this game. We're going to hear the win. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a great dressing room because nobody's ever left out. They're always involved in conversations.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or even a piss rip.
Aye,
The piss rip.
You know what I mean? We get the music blaring, everybody's jumping about.
Some of the music's a bit questionable, I'll give you that.
Well, you can put that down to, I think, is it Pabs that controls the music then, isn't it?
Aye, he needs to have a fucking word with yourself.
So, obviously, the new, you still help in here and there. Is it right for you? Does she know?
Aye, she's sitting there pissing herself.
You help out sometimes here. How much longer can you see yourself doing that? I mean, again, I've seen you playing games, I still look at you and go, 51, look at him making saves. You know what I mean? And then you see the keeper at the other end, it's 21, he's like that. You know what I mean? But, so how much longer can you see yourself going for?
I don't know, mate. I've not really given myself a kind of time scale as such. I think if I'm used sparingly, I could last maybe another 3-4 seasons.
Jesus.
No, if I'm just used sparingly.
Yep.
I couldn't last a full season. I know that myself. My body wouldn't. My wife wouldn't fucking allow me, but my body wouldn't allow me to do it anymore. I'm really enjoying the coaching side of it. I'll be honest. The odd time that Smudger left you and I in charge of the team.
Yep.
Was I really enjoyed that, and I didn't think I would.
Yep.
It was a different kind of excitement, for want of a better word.
For me, when you became a goalkeeper coach, your coaches get far better, much better. Because again, you've had all that experience. You know what I mean? You probably get wee things your head at that age, goalkeeping coach. I mean, you've seen the game like with James Dixon and goals, mind, and we went to the end of the game and they thought, all right, that's it, we're playing extra time, and it was straight to penalties. And they saved 4 of his penalties or something, didn't they? Yeah. I thought, you can just see the benefits, you know what I mean, the confidence in them, because you give the players and you give the keepers good confidence. So right away, I think the coaching, like you help the goalkeepers, I think it's a massive boost for the team.
Oh, so thanks very much. I would agree with you, but I think that just comes from all the coaches. I think a big thing that we should have tapped into right from the start was with Jamie Gray, with regards to his, because he's got his coaching badges, and for some reason we didn't do that when Big Mick was the manager, despite a few is actually having a word with him regarding that. But yeah, you yourself coming in, just pushing folk on as well, you know what I mean, just being there and cracking that whip when people have been lazy bastards on the training field. I think you can see it. You can see it. No, I was just saying you can see the level of fitness, the level of technical abilities moved up.
When I first joined and we were sitting talking, I think the main thing we brought a bit of fun back into training. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just sevens, and I'm not slagging previous people's trainings, but we brought a wee bit more fun into it. Do you know what I mean? We were having made a laugh with them. And
a variety as well, because even when I was going to training and it was the sevens, I remember big Bizet saying, I don't like goals, I hate playing goals in sevens. And so at that time, so did I. You don't like to be in the big goals.
Well, that's it. I think that's a big thing. So we've got Big Preston joining this year again, who's got great experiences. Played with some. He's played with Queen of the South, so I think he's
I watched
a big bonus.
Yeah, I watched his podcast. It was actually really interesting to find his history. Yeah,
That's
totally,
us.
mate.
That's us, mate.
Is that? Jesus
That's
Christ,
us. So now we're going to move on to your fantasy 11, the players that you've played with. Looking forward to hearing this. Again,
I need to pick a goalie.
You can put yourself in if you want. I says to Big Ross, put yourself in, and he was like, no, I don't want to put myself in. But I'm happy for you to put yourself in.
That's the thing. I've not played alongside. Not played alongside decent goalkeepers, but goalkeepers that I would put.
You've got to kind of put yourself in, haven't you?
Aye. It's really difficult trying to find somebody that you think is better than you. And I don't think I've played with many goalkeepers that I thought have been better than me. I think they're probably on a similar level playing field to me. So anyway, fuck it, I put myself in.
I put yourself in. So what formation are you doing?
I'm going 4-4-2, old school, mate.
That's what I like, 4-4-2.
Old school. So at the back, in the centre, would be Al McManus and Dan Murray. Al McManus played with Hearts, and Dan Murray played with Clyde. They two were just immense.
Did they play together?
No, mate, never saw them playing together. Just Alan played with the over 35s and Dan played with me in the Churches League. But Dan, as much as he didn't have the pace, as Alan read the game, never missed a ball in the air.
Yep.
Big Alan, Christy, flies the size of my waist. Jesus. He was immense. Aye, they two were just a different level altogether, to be honest. Right back, I'd have John Adams, who I spoke about, who bounced off the boy who'd just been out to jail. That was the first time I saw wee John getting bounced. Well, him doing the bouncing, but he was immense as well. Stocky, sturdy, could read the game. Could see he played at a real good level. He was in with, I think he was, was it Jackie McNamara and all them? He is not school kids, but his kind of S forms and stuff like that. So he was a really good wee player. Left back, I'd have wee Ryan Gray, just for his pace and his drive.
Yep. The energy in it is just relentless. He's constantly up and down that wing, constant.
Aye, and he's not that anybody else in the team doesn't have it, but his drive to win.
Yeah.
Is him and Lee, I would say, have got probably the two that kind of show it more in the park.
Aye.
I get Pabs would be another one, but aye, be Ryan in front, in the left, and then in the mid I would have Pabs.
Yep.
I think he's just immense in the middle of the park. He just Cam Heed in the penalty box. But everyone can be going to fucking rat shit around about him, and he'll be the one that'll just put his foot in the ball, string an intelligent pass that will set up an attack. Or again, from a selfish point of view, I just loved him playing in front of me. I knew I was protected. I didn't have to do less work.
The one thing I spoke about on pressings was, which I like about, is say I was playing centre back and I'm having a really bad game. He'll come and take the ball to relieve the pressure off you. He'll take the ball and he'll make something happen with it, just to relieve the pressure off you for that wee bit. And I think that's a very big thing for a captain and like a midfielder, just to collect the ball and just take pressure off and get it going again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's a kind of natural leader. You see, he gets that respect in the dressing room as well.
Yep.
He would be. In my mind, he should be playing at a higher level, but I don't want to lose him, so don't go anywhere.
I'm going to that bit out so he doesn't leave.
And there with Pabs in the centre of the park, there's a guy who played with us at St Ninians, a guy called Brian. I can't remember his second name, but he should have been. He was junior, if no bottom senior level footballer. Yeah, he was tremendous, absolutely tremendous, and an attacking midfielder I'd never seen like the likes of before. Why he never made it, I'll never know. Well, probably fags and booze, because he was steaming when he came to the games, and he was having a fag at half time. So probably that's got something to do with it.
Sounds like a Mick
Murray. Mick Murray, see, we're just talking about being a manager, and Mick Murray had scored that fluke, albeit he would say it was I remember fucking going mental. I bounced after 7 aside goals. I punched that hard, I fell my arse. So I'm getting way late here. So wee Brian in the middle with him, On the left would be like Craig White that I spoke about.
Yep.
Tremendous. Probably about the same pace as we Ryan, but could throw a ball in like it was like a Kieran Tierney throwing that ball into the box with Andy Robinson, and could strike a ball. I mean, he could hang up, score for fucking unbelievable angles. On the right would probably be Brian Slavin.
Right.
I don't know if Brian actually plays on the right, but I couldn't not have him in my team. This is a good one for Caldo. We were playing the Water Fairies, right, in a bounce game.
Right.
That's a fireman too.
Yep.
People that don't know the Water Fairies. Two job bastards.
What?
Anyway.
I tried to call it Caldo and the water thing, but I've never heard that before.
No, so we're playing the Water Fairies as a warm-up game before we went into the British Cup. And Slavers and one of the firemen went in for a 50-50. Now, the ball was there to be won, they'd been in dirty. You heard this, like, clap, this crack. The ball spins out of control because it's just been battered after two of them. Two of them got up, nothing said, and the way they play on. And that was like 10 minutes into the game. Slavers had broke his fucking shin and played on. He played the full game with a broken shin. The man's a maniac. We played a cup final down in Notts Forest ground, and he was immense in that game as well. Absolutely immense. In fact, he got my fucking jeans because he was going on a night out. I threw him in the bin in case there was any DNA on it I didn't want. You know what I mean? So and then up front I've got Gary McCutcheon, the wee boy played most of his time in Northern Ireland.
Yep.
He's standing. The back left, and Danny Clark would be up there with him. I did have Oaksy sitting in there, but I think with Danny Clark scoring 63 goals in that full season, he was just tremendous at that point.
I hope you're going to expect a message for Oaksy now.
Okay, no doubt. There will be. He's don't let him in one.
Who would be your captain?
Who'd be my captain out of that? Slavers. Brian Slavin. Aye. Yeah.
Great team, mate. Sounds like a cracking team. A lot of ex-pros and big players in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you doing yourself now apart from coaching and helping the coach out?
Right. Well, I've got my kind of photography thing going on as well, doing weddings and stuff like that. Albeit with COVID, that's kind of been knocked on the head this year. I'm into my cars as well, so I'm a member of the BMW car club, so I do a lot of that stuff as well. Go car shows, go runs, stuff like that. But other than that, mate, it's just sitting about the house, to be honest. Aye, getting fat.
Some man, that's us, mate.
Right, mate.
That's an
really enjoyed it.
There, man. Thanks for coming on, really appreciate it.
No, well, hopefully people enjoy it, and certainly the mental health message is just talk to somebody. I think
I'll add a wee link in for that to the Samaritan.
Aye. It's very good.
Thanks very much for your time. Much appreciated.
No bother, mate.